I agree with what you said. I mean, you talked about capitalists, you talked about Dangote and Elomelu. When you think of these guys, when you think of them, what comes to mind? Because for me, the way I look at capitalism, and I know you don't agree with this, but I would like to know your thoughts. When I look at capitalists like Dangote and Elomelu and Otedola, in my opinion, those guys have done a lot for Nigeria, in the sense that they've employed lots of people. So, for example, Dangote Refinery employs, we can argue about the Indians and the expatriates they employ. I know that can be a good argument to make. But at the same time, thousands of Nigerians work in that refinery. Talk about Elumelu and UBS, for example. In UBA, the bank, lots of Nigerians work there. So in their own little way, as private individuals, they are trying their best in their own little way to solve what they can solve. So what would you say? What would your pushback? I know you always talk about this guy. What would your pushback be to the argument of the capitalists in Nigeria and in Africa? Yes, they're making a lot of money. They're not paying their staff very well in some cases, but you can argue that slightly they are uplifting some families. These are Nigerians who would have.
This is what I'm just telling you, that the problem has been with Nigerians. Some families. What ratio of Nigerian families are these? Which of these big wigs employ 200,000 Nigerians? Full-time employment. Do you know how many people Bill Gates employs directly? Do you know how many people Elon Musk?
Thousands. Millions.
Let me know. I'm not even speak about this. Europeans, because if they are doing it, does that mean we should do it too? That's the first question we should even ask. So let's speak to ourselves directly. To whom much is given, much is expected. Right?
Yeah.
During Obasanjo's tenure, he promised to create these guys because of the neoliberal trickle-down economics argument that when you compile money in the hands of these rich people, they will in turn spread it into different sectors of society. Where are they spreading it? So until they are not investing, because we don't need investment, until they are developing healthcare, education, transportation, the environment, housing. If they are not investing into these things in a way that the people can access it, that is not returning money to their pocket tomorrow, then they are doing nothing. They have not done anything. They invest in our commonwealth in themselves and doing charity. We don't want charity. We want the strengthening of our institutions. Look at Harvard. The endowment fund for Harvard University alone is $65 billion. $65 billion. What is the budget of Nigeria?
Even Yale University as well.
I say, I don't want to count on that one. Yeah. Don't kill us. Harvard alone is 65 billion. Nigerian budget last year was 40 billion. The whole Nigeria. Right? So, what are we saying here? Where is the investment? Those endowment funds is not from tax money. It's not the government. This is what I'm letting you know. Because there's an agreement in this trickle-down economics that they do in America. So if we're copying that, where is that investment into education like Harvard has? Because that's the only one American rich people do, because their children go there.
Yes.
So that's why we cannot be like them. Because we're not thinking of only the things that our children need and access. It's what everybody needs in society. So what about healthcare? Where is their investment in that field? Where are the Nigerian pharmaceutical companies, big pharma, that are actually developing drugs that are healthier than European drugs based on our own African understanding of what? Where is the investment in R&D from these people? Their cement and their banking and everything is the worst in the world, has been stagnant forever. The telecommunication bigwigs that have made billions from the licenses Nigerians have given them to use the infrastructure that we built with our own money, because it's Nitel infrastructure that they are keying into. Whatever it is anybody is saying, at the end of the day, where's the investment in that, in the research and development that is engaging young Nigerians to build and expand these networks? Are we satisfied with the phone services? Are we satisfied with the so-called banking services? How many Nigerians can afford Dangote cement, knowing fully well it is the most expensive cement in the world? If Dangote didn't exist, are you trying to say that Nigerians will not be able to process limestone to cement for themselves, something that is in our ground? It is our commonwealth. Banking is our pool of money. It's a commonwealth business. So these people are only interested in gatekeeping our commonwealth for their own personal benefit. I don't see how they are reinvesting in the same society that has given them all they have. In fact, Dangote himself said it in Bloomberg in 2019, I think 2020, that 65% of his wealth is in foreign banks. So what is this employment you're talking about? They employ just enough to keep their wealth, to keep their extraction going.
No, I do agree with you. Just for me, just the way I look at it, I'm like, in some way we need entrepreneurs, which is what people like these are.
The Jews were the most entrepreneurial people in Europe on the eve of World War II. Did it save them from the atrocities of the Nazis?
But look at what they're doing now.
I'm asking you, did it save them? What they're doing now is still because the fascists that killed them allowed them to do it. We don't want to be allowed. We want to claim our humanity. Yeah, I'm just saying that if we say that entrepreneur, so the Jews now, is it entrepreneurship they are using to be what they are?
I think so.
No, it is the power of Israel.
But it works in both ways, right? So, for example, let's look at their intelligence network and the development of.
It's subservient. It is subservient to the intelligence network of the United States.
You can but not completely.
Completely.
I don't think so.
The Mossad cannot sneeze if the United States do not approve of it.
No, I don't think so. I think the Mossad. I think you, of course, you need the CIA, for example, right? The CIA, of course, 100%.
Listen to me.
But the point I'm trying to make
I'll tell you again.
Yeah. If
the Mossad sneezes without the United States government say so, whoa.
I think from what I've read in reports, right, the Mossad that they've carried out operations even without the CIA knowing about it.
Please. That report you've read. That report you said is the biggest propaganda in the world.
I don't think Israel needs America's approval to carry out some actions.
What are you saying, fam? This is the propaganda. It is not the fact.
So for Israel, for Israel to kill the Iranian guy they killed.
Of course, America must have approved of it. I mean, what are you saying? This is the biggest.
So even when it goes against America's interests.
What is going against America's interests?
For example, what Biden did last week, giving Iran $5 billion.
Yes.
And releasing those American prisoners, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Israel sees Iran as an enemy. I would imagine they're not happy with Biden giving Iran $5 billion.
Yes, but Biden is giving Iran $5 billion and doing that to try and reopen the nuclear deal.
They don't want that. Israel doesn't want. No, Israel doesn't want that. I think the point I was trying to make with Israel is that Israel sees herself as being in an existential battle, right? And even if she wants to do something that America doesn't approve of, so long as that thing that she wants to do is good for herself as a country, I don't think they will.
America approves. Okay. Don't worry about it. America definitely approves, but they have to spin the propaganda because America at the same time has to pretend like they are the upholders, they are the world's moral police, the defenders of justice. So how can they be seen openly supporting injustice even if they are the ones that have supported and planned and enabled the injustice to happen in the first place? It is their responsibility to come out and tell the world, oh, we didn't know anything about it, and in fact, we did everything in our power to stop it. Israel is happy to play the bad guy in the Arab region on behalf of the United States.
Let's